Okay, part 2 of my entire Switch collection. Let's start. Here is a shoot 'em up that's not a shoot 'em up. Most people know what this is. This was cool to see because I grew up on this game. Was never good at this game. I didn't like that if you want easy mode, you have to beat the game. So, you know, you're kind of doomed if you suck at these games. So I played as far as possible and as much as possible, but I didn't beat it. I couldn't beat it. But this is nostalgia. This is cool. I've always known of this game. Live a Live, or I used to call it Live a Evil, is the first time it's in America. It was always on the Japan for Super Nintendo. So seeing this was just like, oh my gosh, finally. So you have different stories. They all intertwine in the back. And they're all from different time periods, starting from prehistoric to like way in the future, like it says in here, like robots and stuff. So they all intertwine. It has that beautiful pixel demastered look, beautiful 3D background, pixelated 3D background, gorgeous. I mean, it was the era when the first this came out, I believe, when the first Octopath game came out. So they're really experimenting with that if people really like this, and then it just blew up, and now we're seeing it all over the place. So this is a cool thing. This is a time capsule. It's, you know, it's aged, but classic RPG fans, oh my gosh. Speaking of this game and seeing the other games, this is such a cool period to live in. We're seeing games we've never seen before and seeing remakes we've never seen before. So many rare games that are on the PlayStation and Super Famicom and Super Nintendo, we are getting them nowadays. And it's such a cool era. The Switch I'm in love with because we have this cool era of getting all these games and so many beautiful remakes that without it, we would never, they would still be so rare. They would be so expensive and so hard to get your hands on. So I just wanted to point that out. That's what a cool era we are in gaming. I don't know what the deal is with this game. It's okay. I got the cheaper version. I want to spend more money on games. It is a intense platforming game. I feel like it's for speedrunners. With an emotional story, I guess. I felt like it was repetitive with these stages. You have to be really tight with your controls and very persistent. It could be difficult. I mean, you're gonna die, but you just start back at the beginning of the stage. So it's just next stage and the next stage and the next stage. So, yeah, okay. Here is a cute game. This is webbed. You're a cute jumping spider and you have to save your boyfriend or husband or whatever. And it's has physics base because with the web. You can fling yourself around, you can connect things together, and it's a cute story. The bird took your boyfriend, and I'm like, I think he's already gone, but you know, whatever. And you get other bugs to help you throughout the stages, so it is cute. Here we go. I play, as I already said, Splatoon is one of my favorite series. I play this game religiously, at least 2 hours a day. Yeah, this is a cool entry. Everything's cool. This is just a better version of Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 was like a big thing. It's just so, everything was so new. Everything was so cool. This is like cool. Everything's well polished. Everything's cool. I mean, they fix little things, but there's nothing too amazing about this. I was on Team Pass for the Grand Festival, if you wanted to know. Yes. Did a review on this. This is a great adventure game. It reminds me of Star Tropics on the NES. It's a great game for retro gamers who love the NES era. So it's great. It's a short game. I beat it in like a weekend, but that's because I have a lot of free time. But anyways, yeah, it's a great game. Townsman is a very interesting, oh yeah, it's a Japanese version. Actually, I don't think there's an American version or European version. So Townsman is a build a kingdom, manage resources. I suck at this game. But there's just something about it that is very addicting. It was cool. I liked it, but not the best of this genre. Unpackaged, this is a funny packaging. Get it? Packaging? So this is A very cozy game. Unpackage boxes, rearrange them in the room. It's very cozy, very chill, very mind-numbing. It's a cute game. I had it digitally, and then the physical copy, pre-order now. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. This game is so good. Oh my gosh. This is a dungeon crawler, roguelike, board game, card, deck, RPG elements. It is so addicting. You're on this board game TV show, and each dice character is a different play style. You want to get as far as possible. This is the host. She's going to test you. You fight different things. Definitely fast-paced. And the music is so good. Oh my gosh. Here's an adventure game, and I love this company. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful 3D pixel art. Gorgeous. So there's mystery going on. Go into dungeons, solve the mystery, explore the town. You know, you can even go in the arcade and play. You can go in the music house and just or music store and just listen to the music. There's even deep sea diving. It's really cool. There's tons of mini games you can do on Tropical Island. Very cool. One Step from Eden is very much like a Mega Man Network game. You're on a grid. You move characters around, you battle, you know, cards are involved, or your skills. So, and it is roguelike. So it is addicting. It's very visually very cool. The characters are all cool. The animation for the pixel art is very cool. A little difficult at times, but it's a good challenge. You know what? It took this long for Sonic to have an open world game. It was perfect. You know, run as fast as possible. I mean, that, you know, why did it take that long? Anyway, cute game, good game. Everybody knows what this is. Yeah. Sheepo, I did a review on this. This is a very chill Metroidvania. It's perfect to get into the Metroidvania games. It's great to start out as. Very exploration. It's all about exploration. The dialogue's kind of funny. It's very cute. Some bosses are bullet hell. Kind of. So, yeah, it's a fun game. Double Kick Heroes is a drummer rhythm game. I don't know why I keep getting drummer rhythm games. I am not a musician. Out of all the instruments, being a drummer would be probably my second last instrument to pick. The guitar would be my last. I'd be bass if I could. Anyways, so it's post-apocalyptic. There's zombies. Obviously a zombie T-Rex, but you know, you're in this car, follow the beat. The music genre in this game is heavy metal. There's tons of metal references. I mean, one of the character that helps you is literally Marilyn Manson. It is so funny. Okay, Lynn, the Path of Orchard is a puzzle game, and it is very calm, very ambient, very peaceful. To move your character around, you can like fling the stages a bit to get to point A to point B, and then it's those type of puzzle games like, okay, now next stage, now next stage, now next stage. It's repetitive but pretty and mind-numbing. Here we go. This is so up my alley. I love these type of action platformer games. Mighty Goose is perfect. The only downfall is I need more. Look at the beautiful pixel art. If you like Mega Man, if you like Gunvolt, here we go. It's so funny. I am not going to open this because I got it digitally, played it, and then what do you know? It's like physical copy, pre-order. I'm like, oh, every time I buy a digital game, like the next week or in a few days, the physical copy gets released. So, whatever. So, I love this game so much. Highly recommend this game. And it's funny because you're a goose. Look at that. This is a very difficult game. Very, very difficult. You have a time limit to go through as far as possible. It's a roguelike action game. You have a bunch of guns. Yeah, so it's very quick pace, and I get it. Instead of like you progressing until you die, you progress until the time runs out. So it will kick your butt. Awesome music. I love synth waves, so this is pretty interesting. I appreciate what it's trying to do, but oh gosh, it's hard. Here we go. Here's another roguelike that will rival Hades, and I love this game. I did everything possible. Didn't know there was a collector's edition. I will probably go find that now. Anyway, so beautiful pixel art, of course. So the cool thing is, this is a family you got. We don't play as mom, but there's mom, dad, the brother, 2 brothers, a sister, there's grandma, you know, there's an older sister, there's a younger brother. So you have this family, which is so cool because a family of guardians that are protecting the world, and so they have to do their duty to save the world. And so I don't know, the whole aspect of just a family unit, mom, dad supporting each other, the kids supporting parents when it's their fault, grandma supports them, they support grandma, the whole family unit thing was beautiful, and you don't really see that. So that was wonderful. It was really cool seeing that. I don't know, I love this game. High action. Each family member has their own play style. The bosses are difficult, just enough and just what you need. Retro gamers, this game is a must. This game is so good. This feels like, I mean, look at that. You can kind of see what you're getting into. It's just an action platform. It's a non-linear, even though it looks like it, but it's an action game. You have different upgrades, different swords. It's like an NES game. Bosses are difficult though, I will say. Music's okay. One stage, it's really annoying, but anyways, so good. Kind of like a Metroidvania, because I remember going back and forth constantly to one area, and then I was like, oh, I know where to go, and then you go back to the beginning, and there's another area unlocked. So kind of game. Here's a weird one. Very forgettable though. Dreamscape is very hypnotic in its gameplay. It's like a hack and slash adventure. I always call everything a hack and slash if you have a sword. I mean, it's an action, top-down action, solve a little puzzle of the area or just defeat all the enemies. And then you got crazy bosses too. The story is trippy, very strange. Obviously dreams are involved. It's okay. It has potential. Here we go. Here is a really cool cyber futuristic side-scrolling game. So this is a side-scrolling action, but you need to be good at combos. You gotta remember, be tight controls. And I think there's also quick time also. So it can be challenging. You don't want to just mindlessly just punch. You gotta really know what move to use against enemies. But it is super cool. This guy is like RoboCop. So awesome. And then this extra arm in the back is just the coolest thing in the world. Oh my gosh. Fighting like this. He looks funny in this art style, but this art style he looks better. But anyways, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so good. It's a little difficult though. This is okay. It's funny, repetitive. Yeah, it's a little Game Boy game, or looks like it. It's like a little adventure, you know, next stage, fight the boss, next world, next stage, you know, those kind of stuff. The silly story. Humans are bad, octopuses are bad, octopi are bad, but they get along, they're friends, so, you know. Okay. It's cute. I only have the second game. I don't have any other game. I was very hesitant on the first game, or just kind of slept on it. I grew up with the originals on the NES. They're great games, but this one I can't play yet because I want the first one. And there's a trilogy pack, so I'll get that one instead, and I'll probably give this to somebody. Anyways, I will get to the Blaster Master Zero series soon. So this is Mighty Gunvolt Burst. I love Gunvolt so much, but this guy, this makes me angry. Anyways, it's okay. It's pretty good. Ooh, Copen's in here. Oh, yes. I love that guy. Anyways, it's an okay Mega Man game. It's nothing fantastic, but it does serve that, you know, craving when you want an action platformer. I only bought it for him and his stuff. Ooh, that's shiny. People are gonna hate me, but it's okay. It's a great platformer. Everybody knows what this is. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. This game has been around for ages. It was on the Game Boy Color, and I swear it was by Capcom. But it's great. As a Game Boy Color game, definitely made some, it was great. It changed a lot of things. It pushed the gaming industry, but nowadays, now looking back, like, oh, yeah, so I have respect for this, but at the same time, like, yeah, it's okay. Here we go. Here is this is like a Castlevania, but like Bloodlines, not the Metrovanias everybody's so used to inside the castle. Some Castlevania games were outside of the castle, and this is a side-scrolling one. You can see the beautiful Sega Genesis classic style, and it is kind of difficult, and it's based off the real story of Dracula, Vlad. So it's take away that gothic fantasy and make it more realistic. Even though there's a giant white wolf in the background, it leans more realistic than actual Castlevania. Yeah, so this is a game. Tessa Grade is a great puzzle platformer with magnets. It is very cool art style. It could get tricky at times. You have to be quick with your controls. So use your magnet powers, electricity and magnetic powers to go through a castle-like place and overthrow this. And he's like a tyrant or some sort. The story is Eastern European, so that's kind of cool. Getting something different, something new. It's okay. This is it's kind of like Super Monkey Ball, but you're a little dinosaur Yoshi. It's very next stage, and now next stage, and now do the next stage. Beat your time if you want. It's okay. Super Sammy Roll, yeah, it's okay. Did a review on this. This is an action platformer that has office humor. It is so funny. If you ever worked in an office with, it has all the tropes, all the stereotypes, and it's pretty short. I love this series so much. I love Metroid so much. Metroid Prime on the GameCube. I played Metroid Prime probably 15 times, and just talking about Metroid Prime, there's certain games, just mentioning the name or talking about it makes me all giddy, and I want to go replay it again because I love every moment of this game. So I played this game 15 times on the GameCube and 2 times on the Switch. I love this series so much. I've never gotten tired of it. I just love the story progression. I love I love everything about this game. And of course I have the other games too, and I'm wondering, will we get the other ones on the Switch too? Or the Switch, whatever. I'm wondering. Or this was just to get you ready for Metroid Prime 4, because I'm ready. It's a classic game. It's a very retro series. So seeing it was kind of cool again. This is a platformer where you can't jump. It's very puzzle-like too. You got to make sure what you're doing to get to point A to point B, and then you might have to restart the dungeon just because you made a mistake. But, it was cool seeing this series still alive. Here is a cool RPG. It is visually very cool. Story's interesting. It's based off the comic book, which I didn't know exists. Very interesting, very sci-fi fantasy, kind of dark. Yeah, that's really good. This game is addicting. This is a chaotic arcade dungeon crawler. You stack your characters on your head, so you start out with one character, but once you recruit more people, they stack on your head so you can switch out. They actually act as lives. So if that person dies, you have these guys. So you hack and slash your way, but if you build up combos, which you want to do, it goes into this frenzy mode where these candy little jewel things are everywhere, and it's just like chaotic. There's neon lights everywhere. There's techno music. It's very arcade. Make the highest combo you can while going down the dungeon. And it's rogue. No, is it roguelike or it's just a dungeon crawler? It might be roguelike. I don't know. It kind of looked all the same to me every time I went down. But anyways, I love this game. Lapis Labyrinth. Islets is a very chill Metroidvania. I don't want to call it a Metroidvania. It's more like a platformer. It's super chill. Super chill music. Look at the dreamy colors. It's very casual. It's not very hard. It's cute. It's okay. Here is a Action RPG meets a cozy game. Help a town, rebuild a town, make a name for yourself, help the villagers. A bit of a learning curve because a lot of the time I had no idea where to go, no idea what to do. So it was okay. You need patience for this game. Cannon Dancer is a very retro game. It's made to look like the Strider games, and it did a really good job. It's so cool. It's very sci-fi. Difficult though. If you're not used to the Strider games, this might not be for you. It's a side-scroller action game. After Image is a very beautiful, this is my own wording, and this is just for me. I call it a petite Metrovania. It's very elegant, very, beautiful. It's a weird story, I will say. Everything is visually gorgeous. Good color theory on everything, like the backgrounds and everything. It's just your basic Metrovania. You got tons of skill tree. Just like a Castlevania game, you have different weapons you can pick up. I remember using a giant scythe. Yeah, story is really trippy, but very cool. Here is a very intense, very high action 2D side scroller. Blade Assault is intense. It's very cyberpunk. You can kind of see what we're getting into. Like there's a boss battle. It's pretty intense. You need tight controls. You need to be used to fast-paced side-scrolling games and be quick with what you're gonna do. So it's pretty cool, actually. Beautiful pixel art, fluent pixel art animation. Here is a great adventure puzzle game, 3D puzzle game. The Spirit and the Mouse is a hidden gem for sure, and not because it's this company. I mean, as a game, go play it anywhere, everywhere. So you have a beautiful story of, to help yourself, you help people. To become a better person is to help people. So you have this snob, a wholesome, good-hearted mouse. It's a great story. If you play this game, doesn't the spirit remind you of that sassiness that Midna has? Oh my gosh, I was like, oh, where have I seen this stinky attitude before? I love it. I love snobby characters, so great game. Awesome puzzling. And it's one of those games where the 3D worlds, I don't know what to call them. I don't know what the genre is. But yes, they're 3D, but they're so contained, so compact that everything, everywhere, every nook and cranny, there's something. It's not just like big space because why not? No, it's like the Mario 64 stages, Banjo-Kazooie stages, Battle in Wonderland stages. So everything is very contained. You can climb everywhere. So that's pretty cool too. Cute storybook. I don't know. It's heartfelt. It's great. And don't be deceived by the cutesy characters. This is a beautiful game. It's really good. Here we go. Code Realize. Future Blessings is part 2. And because I played the first one, I needed all of them. So you'll see there's a third one. So here is, obviously, you get married. Yes. Yes. These stories are really good. This is not as good as the first game, obviously. This is just fixing up loose ends. What we wanted for the end. So now in this one you get the satisfying end. You get the official, the end. They lived happily ever after. ? Anyways, so, and then, oh my gosh. So these were the bachelors, and I was like, yes, this is great. Love him. But then all of a sudden, he shows up, and I was like, okay, dang. Oh, yeah, no shame. No shame. Yeah, when he shows up, I was like, I don't know. These two together, this dynamic, these smart aleck people are my favorite. Anyways, no shame. No, you can't. That's her brother. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know Japan goes there all the time, but no, not this time. Anyways, like I said, these are all fictional. These are all famous people in history. Yeah, this is Sherlock Holmes. And I was just talking about the first game saying, I love the whole Sherlock Holmes vibe. And what do you know? There he is. With purple hair, because that's what he looked like. here's the third game, and this is Wintertide Miracle. Okay, so you get the real story in the first game. That's the real deal. That's the good one. You got the wedding one in this one, and now you have the Winter Miracle, you know, holiday. Oh my goodness. So the story's starting to dwindle down, and now this is just a fan kind of thing. Just, it's not that great. I will say, my dude here, my husband, no, they have totally nerfed him, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but he is OP in the first one, and then he's this pathetic, whiny person, and I was like, what the heck happened to you? Maybe they overpowered him. He's like way overpowered, too invincible, and then all of a sudden, well, we can't have that. That's not fair or something. I don't know what happened, but anyways, I just wanted to point that out. I was completely mad that he whines all the time. Like, what the heck is wrong with you? Crying. So I start to lean towards him. These guys are great too. You know, he's just the ideal. I mean, he's always on the cover with her. But anyways, these are great. These are silly. They're really milking it. I didn't play. I don't care about the brother. There's like some other characters I really don't care about. I just played the main guys. See what the story would be like. Yeah. I like this series. I watched the anime. This game is so good. If you love the Sega Genesis, or if you and if you like Castlevania, Demons of Astaborg, it's such a cool. I mean, this is a beautiful game. Look at this. This looks like the Sega Genesis. Look at that. It's a beautiful game. This is a great game. Hidden Gem. I totally recommend it for side-scrolling action games. The story is pretty basic, but very satisfying. It's like, yeah, we've seen it before, but it just checks off the boxes of what we want in a heroic save the world kind of thing with a demon, obviously. But anyways, I love this game so much. Here, Sea of Rats, well, The Curse of Sea of Rats, is an okay Metrovania. It's an interesting story, which is kind of like, okay, it's a little weird. But, you know, the gameplay is alright. I feel that it lags in the fighting combo. I wanted to be her. I was like, oh, but it's just, it's not as good. Wanted to be her, but very boring to use. It's repetitive. Tried him. It was okay, but then it's like, I feel like this kind of character is just safe, just to beat the game. And what do you know? The big guy's the best, I think. I was like, okay, this guy's cool. It's just fists, you know, hand-to-hand combat stuff. He does pick up weapons too, but I was like, this is the best character, if you wanted to know that. Anyways, it's okay. Yeah. I am not really a cozy gamer. I need my intense action all the time, but Ooblets is a cozy game. Look at this. Farming. If you know me, if you haven't heard me say it constantly, I don't like farming in games. Little town, helped people, talk to people. This is everything we know about farming game, all those tropes. But it's also a monster collecting game, and there are dance card deck battles, which are the most funnest thing about this game. Besides the pop art, beautiful, really cool pop music, really chill pop music. So you can kind of see the dancing. It's silly, but the card decking, each little monster, you have to grow them actually. Each monster has their own personal card deck. You can't change it. So there's tons of monsters. They even have shiny versions. And you have to find, say you saw this and you wanted this, oh no, say you saw him and you wanted this radish monster. He's walking around town. You have to feed him a very specific meal. That's where the farming comes in. You craft that meal, dance battle him, and if you win, you get a seed. Then you go plant him, and now you have your little buddy, the radish. Now you have this little radish guy. That's how it works. I have a plushie of this one. Anyways, I love this game. I will, if you've never played this game, I will say, don't rush with the quest. Do what you want to do, take your time, because I went through all the quests, and once you finish the story, which is the quests, there's no point to this game. Be warned. I got this for a childhood nostalgia. I played Putt Putt and Freddy the Fish so much as a little tiny child. And I was those types of kids where I clicked on the items like endlessly, like this. So they wouldn't really finish their animation or the sounds they made. So I was actually thinking to have my niece play these so she can get introduced into these fantastic games. These are fun. Good memories. I loved what Moonlighter was trying to do. It's a roguelike game. So you go in the dungeons at night, collect materials, fight bosses to, extend your exploration to go further and further. There's a story involved. I don't really remember it. And then in the daytime, whatever you collected, you can sell. I like what this is doing, but at the same time, I felt like there was no point. It felt endless. Like, the story was barely there. I don't know how much dungeon exploring I have to do just to unlock more of the story. I mean, I played this for a very, very long time. I think I put in 6 hours of this game, and I'm like, where's the story? I don't feel like I'm doing anything. Just repetitive. Just collect stuff, fight things, then sell those things. It's just like, what's the point? I must be doing something wrong. I did a review on this. This is a hidden gem. This is a tower defense game. So addicting with so much content in this game. It is goofy looking. Each character has their own types of traps, ballistas, barriers. So there's different styles. They're pretty much different game styles. I actually like the knight the best. I know he's pretty standard, but the wizard's okay. Anyways, and then you fight also along. So hordes of monsters come towards you or all around. You have a crystal that you have to protect. Sometimes there's multiple crystals. Anyways, I did a review on this so I can go more in depth explaining, and you can watch my gameplay. I love Metaloid Origins. This is a Mega Man-like game. No shame whatsoever. I know what they're trying to do here. It plays like the Mega Man Zero games. It is so cool. I loved every moment. It's like, it also plays like Mega Man X, where you kind of can explore a really large, wide area. So you want to explore everything. There's things to collect to upgrade. I mean, you can upgrade, but if you collect the hidden items, you can upgrade even more. I love this game. Smelter it reminded me a lot of Art Riser. So you have a platformer, then also a tower defense strategy kind of game. So you have a top view, the battle area, this battlefield, and you protect and destroy the monsters, and then you go down, and then it becomes a platformer. You need to be pretty tight with your controls. Sometimes the things are a little, I came across some stages that were a little BS. I'm like, that's so not fair. How am I supposed to do anything? So the story is absolutely ridiculous. You got Adam and Eve, because Eve looked like this. And this is the snake. You know what I'm talking about. This is the snake. And they're going to go save Adam. So he says. Wavetale is a really beautiful adventure, 3D adventure game. There's a bit of I know what they're trying to make an emotional story of growth of a girl. So she can run on the water. So you have a big open world running on water. And you want to, see right here? You run to different islands. It has cell shading, so it's that Wind Waker look. So the story is cute, wholesome. You got boss battles. It kind of plays like almost like a 3D Sonic game also, because there are like structures that kind of float above the water. They want to fling you, so you want to make combos, so you kind of like run super fast and then fling you through a hoop, which will fling you even further. So they kind of want you to fling yourself around too for faster travel. But I loved running on the water so much. It is pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. I didn't like this game, only because I'm horrible at it. Beholgar is a very difficult game. we're talking about NES BS nonsense. It is difficult, very difficult. The NES Ninja Gaiden, all those hard games back in the day, real difficult games. Anyways, yeah, I couldn't beat this first stage, but I kept trying and trying and trying. If you're more persistent, this is up for you. If you're used to that kind of difficulty level back in the day, this is for you. I like what it was doing. See, it's also a Metrovania, which I didn't see, maybe because I didn't beat the first stage. But anyways, so I understand who the audience is for. Unfortunately, that's not me. The Witch Knight is a very interesting game. It's pretty good. First of all, card decked battling, which is why I bought this game. But it's also a bullet hell 3D space shoot 'em up. So you float in the stages. You can kind of see here. You're floating in the stages. Here's a boss. So it can get hectic, and there is a cool time for your cards. Your cards are your weapons or your spells. Loving these guys right here. Look at that flowing mane. Nice. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty good. If it is a difficult, you got to be persistent because it is a shoot 'em up. You know, memorize what bosses can do. A Monsters Expedition is a cozy puzzle game. It is a collection of a whole bunch of different types of puzzle games. They're like brain puzzle games. It's hard to explain because there's many of these. Pretty much get to point A to point B, but there's like obstacles in your way. There's one with like a train, and you have to find make one route with moving like 2 objects at a time. So it's like you really got to think about it. I'll do a video because you need to see gameplay, or go look up gameplay. Like I said, I played this in bed, which is probably not a good idea. Well, actually, no. I played this in bed because using my brain made me really tired, and then I really passed out. This is perfection right here. The Pathless is a beloved game to me. I love this game. If you know what Shadow of the Colossus is, if you know what The Last Guardian is, here you go. This is a beautiful, emotional, spiritual adventure 3D. It is... oh my gosh, I'm getting all geeky now. So I'm going to make a review of this one. You have a evil force destroying the land, and pretty much you are a type of person. You're the last of whoever can go up against that, and you have to save the deities, the fallen deities, and by saving them, you have to bring them down. Just like Shadow of the Colossus, you have that shadowy figure, and then you have the Colossi. So here we go with that evil force, the fallen deities, you take them down. Oh, and you have a hawk character. Oh, and the battling in this game, there are 3 battle phases. Oh my gosh, this game is so cool. You don't have to worry about being accurate with the bow. It's auto correcting, so anybody can play this game. This game is amazing. It's beautiful. It's a masterpiece. There is some dialogue, but not really. So it tells us beautiful story, a wonderful story, with very little, with mainly visuals and little dialogue. I just talk about it. I want to go replay it. The battles, oh my gosh. The Ambers of Miram is kind of a puzzle game. They're really focusing on switching between light and darkness, one side of your controller, the other side of your controller. It really improves your accuracy with your game. It's testing your dexterity with these puzzles. You gotta switch between the two. It's a 3D adventure with puzzling, and they really push in that dexterity level. So if you have dexterity problems, you want to be more accurate, this is a good way to improve. Eldest Soul is very, very, very difficult. This is beautiful pixel art. Gorgeous. You need to be persistent. You need to be tight with controls. So if you like that kind of game, this one is pretty good. Sparklight is okay. I don't know what to do. There was just so much going on. It's an action, top-down game. Explore dungeons, collect things, fight things, and to improve your gear improve your relationship with your town members. It's not a cozy game. It looks like a cozy game. It's like a great step from cozy game action adventure games. This is in the middle, so it's okay. Did a review on this. This is pretty much like Link to the Past, but more about the exploration and the story. There is combat. There are dungeons. You see, look at that. Look, I mean, look at the trees. They're almost exact. And the house. It is okay. It's pretty good. I like the soundtrack. So you have, you know, this is like a dungeon here. And they have the puzzle solving dungeon. It's everything that you expect. I mean, look at this. In the blue tunic, looking out in the distance, just like Breath of the Wild. Earth Knight, did a review on this one too, is a very strange side-scrolling, like Sonic 2 kind of game. You want to, first of all, you're flying from outer space, land on a dragon that are swarming the earth, and build momentum to get to the head and destroy it. Collect materials to upgrade your run. It's pretty interesting, very entertaining too. Minoria is a side-scrolling action game, very moody. Going for the emotions, story-driven. You can kind of see there. It's okay. The gameplay can be a little tricky because there's parry involved, but other than that, it's okay. Very pretty, though. We all know what this is. I love Pikmin 2. This one's okay. Pikmin 3 was... I feel like it's incomplete. It's so short. But Pikmin 2 is difficult. I thought this game was pretty easy. So... Pikmin 3 is very easy, but Pikmin 2 is my favorite, so you'll see that later. But anyways, yeah, it's okay. So, because I finished all the Code Realize, I needed another fill the void. So, I'm doomed. I'm getting into these. I mean, Enchanted Cafe, whatever. I mean, look, I don't need to say anything. Obviously, you run a cafe, but then you have supernatural dudes. I got it for this dude. He's literally a cursed helmet. He's a floating helmet, and I'm just like, wait a moment. I'm running a cafe. You come to the cafe to eat? I need to know how this works. First of all, your head's floating, and it's not attached. Yeah, anyway, he's like holding a donut. I want to see this happen. I need to know. Yeah, I mean, it's cringe. I mean, oh no. The guy's with the eyes closed. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, it's cringe, but no shame. This game is very known, people praise this game, but I don't get it. I don't. Very heavy on the exploration, heavy on the dialogue. You need to read everything. And I think that's what drawn me away. I was like, can't you read it for me? All right. So it has a little bit of creepy factor in it. It's a little bit strange. It's not horror, but there's a little eeriness to it, so it's okay, I think. This is so much fun. Let's Build a Zoo is, first of all, overwhelming. There's so much to do, and build a zoo. I mean, look at the cute pixel art. Very cool. You can also combine species, which is so much fun, but there is a morale meter. Are you going to be a good zookeeper, or are you going to cut corners and do things to earn more money? But you got to be careful, because you don't want the environmentalist to find out that you're cutting corners. That maybe you're feeding animals plastic instead of actual food, although you do save money. So it's very cool, very addicting. And plus, Dinosaur Island? Yeah. Here's a Metrovania that is... Okay, Haiku is a mood. Very melancholy. Very strange. It's trying to be very dark, but being cute at the same time. The atmosphere is very dull. And I don't mean it's a boring game. I mean it's not gonna make you excited. You're not gonna be hyped about it's just kind of like, oh, okay. The only interesting thing to me are the boss battles, which is getting there. It takes a long time. You can kind of see right here. It's a little on the creepy side without being too creepy or being a horror game, but yeah, it's okay. This is a disappointment. Oni, Road to Being the Mightiest Oni. is a 3D adventure game. Very choppy, you're fighting with the camera constantly. Very, like, what am I supposed to do? I remember fighting a boss that's like a wolf or something. Oh my gosh, it is a mess. The controls are a mess. I kind of like what it's trying to do, but it's very empty too. I don't know. Sword of the Vagrant is a vanilla wear-like game. It is, look at this. I mean, not this. I mean, look at this. really, lady, really, please. So this is heavily inspired by Odin Sphere and Dragon's Crown, obviously. But anyways, it is an action-packed side-scrolling RPG. It is so good. The story is pretty good. This game is so addicting. I couldn't put it down. I will say there is one boss that is a giant Iron Man made of many things and a little BS. And I recommend grinding a little bit. I think like there's something wrong. There's a little something. It's like you can't hit his weak spot for some reason, only with one type of thing, or maybe that's how you kill him. But anyways, just grind, and I increased a certain item. Anyways, yeah, love this game so much. Orbital Bullet is a really interesting game. So the stages are a cylinder, and you are on the platform around the cylinder, so it rotates while you rotate. And it's a run and gun. Yeah, a 360 action platformer, because you can move up and down. Oh yeah, it's a roguelike too. Very interesting, very visually entertaining, and very cool. I really like this game. It's something you need to try out. Griffin Knight Epic is a shoot 'em up, but medieval style. This is pretty good for beginners too. It can be difficult, but at the same time, it's pretty easy too. Or I mean, not easy, very doable. And I'm not the best at shoot 'em ups, but I love the idea of shoot 'em ups. I dream of being really good, but that's not gonna happen. But anyways, this pretty good. I love the Trine series so much. The Trine 5 is perfect. It is so good. I already went over the rest of the Trine series. It's a storybook-driven fantasy 3D platformer puzzle game with physics-based elements. It is gorgeous. I love the Trine series so much. Flint Hook is a really cool roguelike collect-a-thon game. You have to go in or sneak in, and you try to get as much loot you can. You have the cool grappling hook gimmick. You fling yourself around. Action pack, high action pack, fast pace. Yeah, this is a cool game. Again, anything they make, I will buy. Oh my gosh, I love this game so much. Anybody play Metroid Fusion or Metroid Zero Mission? Here is a good fill the void kind of game. Nuclear Blaze is amazing. You are a fireman taking down a giant blazed building that you come across, and only you end up going down there. You kind of lose communication. So your gun is a water hose, but it's connected to your pack. So you're limited on water. You can refill it, of course, so it's kind of like ammo. You have a health bar. You got to be careful. I mean, just like a fireman, you can't just open any door. Some doors you have to be careful, because if you burst it open, the flames will engulf you. So you got to be careful. Also, just like a fireman, you can find cats. You got to save the hidden cats in each stage. So I love this game. It's a short game, which is a very downfall, because I needed and wanted more of this game. Masterpiece. Harvestella. I liked it. It's good, but at the same time, I've seen anime games. I've seen anime throughout my entire life, but wow, 8 people have amnesia in this game. Wow. Okay, I like the character design. I liked everything about it. Very weird story. Like, there's too many things going on here. Pick one. Maybe pick 2. But oh my gosh, there's a lot of things going on. It's fun to play. gorgeous soundtrack. I love the water temple, that very opera-like stage. It's the siren stage. I love that song so much. But anyways, it got farming, ugh, and action RPG in a 3D space. Very cool game. But wow. Vengeful Guardian Moonrider is a 2D side-scrolling action game. Look at that. I haven't opened it yet. I have it digitally, and then they like, oh, physical copy. Oh my gosh. Anyways, this is a very cool game. Look at the robots. Look at the cyborgs, or whatever they are. See, look at this. This is very retro, Sega Genesis style. I got this game because, first of all, this picture here, this area, it reminded me of Hard Corps. It's difficult, but it's so gorgeous. So you got to be used to the difficulty in the NES and Sega Genesis kind of games, so recommend to retro gamers. Here is a 3D 2D game where the world is 3D, but the little characters are 2D, like Paper Mario. It's a cozy game. Help people. You're it's kind of funny. It's like a bounty. You're like a bounty hunter for hire, but to help people. It's so funny. It's very cozy. Do little mini games. Do little things. It's cutesy. Yeah. It's also a platformer. Yeah. Now I remember Trip World was on the Game Boy, and seeing Sun Sofa game was pretty cool, so I had to get this. This is just a basic Game Boy platformer with your little character. Now it's been ages, so I couldn't remember the controls, and I couldn't remember how to transform. They don't tell you, so I was stuck in this form for like 4 stages. I'm actually pretty proud of myself, stuck in this form, and I'm like, I don't know how to change. And of course I was like, oh, okay, oops. But anyways, a little proud of myself for doing that. Moon Scars is a Metroidvania, very dark, obviously. Look how gloomy this is. Very dark, grim. Everything, just looking at this, you know what you're going to get into. But this is a Metroidvania, heavy on your skills and your weapons you choose. Can be difficult. You need patience, and you just need to be persistent. Got to plan out. Don't rush into things. But yeah, patience. Again, I love this series. Mario and the Rabbids. I love this. I am not into tactical games unless they're perfect in every aspect. So this kept my attention. This was fun. Oh my gosh, the story. Hello, that was cool. I will just say that. Wow, I love this game. And all these characters are great. I love Mario Rabbid. I love him. He's my favorite. I have like a figure of him. He's like this big. Helvetii. I'm not sure how you say this. This is a side-scrolling, very much like Vanillaware platformer game, but it's a speed run. Also, there's a timer. I'm not sure why. The story is a little weird. And you have 3 characters to choose from. The druid was pretty good to use. I used the fox guy. No, this is the druid. The fox guy is pretty good because he's fast-paced. Kind of like the ninja character with dual blades. Druid is a little hard to use, but very cool. This guy's pretty well-balanced. Anyways, go as far as possible with the time. And yeah, it's very trying to be like Vanillaware. And I grab anything that's inspired by it. Even the animation. Got that old sphere look to it. It's okay. Yeah, the time clock thing is a little like annoying. I just want to play. If this was just a platformer game, that'd be fine. But anyways, yeah, it's okay. Mask of the Mist is a 3D open world. I called it Babies vs. Skyrim when I did a review on this. Very contained. It's not overwhelming with a huge world. I really enjoyed this game. It's very basic. Combat's a little clunky, but anyways, I love the music. I love the fairy tale whimsical look to it. Highly recommend it. I remember I was sick and I just, played through a whole bunch of games, and this was one of them, so I have funny memories with this. Anyways, I like this game. This was great. Warlocks Godslayer is heavy action 2D game. It's really weird. It goes from sci-fi to like medieval. And you're like, I was gonna say it's kind of in the humor, but then it gets really serious at the same time. You're kind of like a sword for hire, I think. The story was vague. I didn't really, maybe I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, you go, you know, go to this place and go slay that. I'm like, okay, I'll go here and go slay that. Or, you know, go here and go drive this herd of animals to point A to point B. I'm like, okay, I'll do that and protect them. So it's okay. Really strange game. Very weird. Omega Bot is a side-scroller game. You can probably beat this. It is kind of short. It's just your basic side-scrolling. You can kind of see. You know, visually it's pretty cool, but other than that, it's just, you know, if you're used to retro platformer games, then yeah, try this. 8 Doors is a Metroidvania. Has hand-drawn black and then the black and white and with red art style. It's okay. You're in the afterlife, so you got a lot of Korean yokai. This is Korean, I believe. So, lots of mythical creatures, lots of mythical deities in there, so it's okay. This is a cool game. Dungeons of Ether is a tactical dungeon crawl card deck dice game. I love this. So anyway, so you go in the dungeon. Well, first of all, you have 4 characters, and they all have a different game style or a learning curve. If you're really bad at like learning new games, like say like board games, probably not for you. So pretend this is a board game, brand new. You gotta learn the rules of the game and how to play it. So other than that, your skills from, you know, there's a hub, a town to upgrade and whatever. Go in the dungeon, collect loot, collect, you know, mission, do the mission, go in battles, and it's beautiful pixel art. Beautiful, fluent animation. And of course, the dice have a role, and then your, not cards, I said cards, your skills. I will do a review. I need to explain it more, but I won't do it here. But anyways, I love this game. It was so good. I play all my games, like I said. I couldn't finish this. I couldn't do it. Maybe because I'm a big softie. This is a very heartfelt, sad, very sad game. Oh my gosh. This game made me cry so much. It is so sad. You cook the last meal before somebody before they die. Before their ghost fades away. While you cook your meal, while they cook their meal, they tell you about their life or what happened to them that ended their life. Dang, I couldn't do it. Here we go. This is for me. This is Creature in the Well. Is a dungeon crawl. Is it roguelike? Let's just say roguelike. Why not? Dungeon crawl. Pinball game. Hack and slash pinball game. You have this orb. You whack it with this, and it ricochets all over the stages. Yeah, it's roguelike. I think every time you go on a stage, it's different. So every time you go into a dungeon, you use that ricochet to destroy enemies, to unlock switches, to get further. This game is crazy. And the Creature in the Well, I love when villains are like this. This is very much like Grantilda from Banjo-Kazooie, GLaDOS from Portal 2, where they're constantly talking to you, they constantly harass you, tell you to stop what you're doing, go away, you know, you're a failure. So, but this creature is very ominous too. It's like all of a sudden you just see this hand or just the eyes, you know, stuff like that. And it's talking to you like you're a failure, don't even try, you know. So I love that pestering of a villain talking to you all throughout the entire game. And I love that. This game, addicted, so addicting. You get upgrades with different weapons. You get sometimes not just one ball, but like a triple, kind of like a spread gun. I love this game. This game is so good. Tinykin, you know, looking at you like, oh, it's like Pikmin. Not really. Kind of. These little guys are like Pikmin, but the stages are like a 3D platformer. You climb up all over the room. You're inside a house. And obviously this is like a kitchen. You start on the floor and then you crawl all the way up. Each one does something different, obviously, just like Pikmin. But it's a 3D platformer, scaling vertical instead of just, you don't really collect anything. They don't help you, like in Pikmin, they carry things to your ship. They just help you get to point A to point B. Very cool game. I loved it. Story is really weird at the end. I'm like, okay, didn't see that coming. This Way, Madness Lies is a really good RPG. These magical girls are in a drama class and they are Shakespeare junkies, which drew me in because I do like Shakespeare. It's a visual novel at the same time, so you get to go through their day in life as being a teenager in school and home and being with their friends. And then in their drama class, they kind of quiz you. It's like one question about Shakespeare stuff. And I only know 4 Shakespeare stories. Some of them I got wrong. And most of the time I'm like, I don't remember the names. Like, I know the story, I know what happens, but I don't remember the names. So anyways, but it doesn't matter. She'll be like, it's okay. Don't worry. You're like an entity that talks to her. Anyways, so you can kind of see it's pixel art. Great music. And the bosses are referenced to things and people and monsters from Shakespeare stories. It's really cool. And you got to save the world, another realm. This game is good because of the gameplay. Each girl has different traits, different skills, and you upgrade. When you level up, you get more abilities. But you're limited to a certain number of abilities on a battlefield. You can't use them all. Same with the traits, you can't use them all. And you only can use one ability once. Once you run out, you rest, which means you miss a turn. So you gotta plan out. This game can have a difficulty jump. I think in the forest, when I was fighting the Fairy Queen from Midsummer Night, oh my gosh, so difficult. But then at the same time, next time I thought about it, who should I put on my team? Who's better? Who would work out? Because you only had 4, even though look at all these girls. I beat her easily. I love her. In the 2000s, in like Tinkerbell and all girly shows, there's always the jerk girl, and she was always in purple. So seeing this trope girl, I was like, oh, you're staying on my team. Oh, she's Poison, which was like, yes, she's awesome. I love the jerk, the snobby friend that's just like, you guys all suck. I hate this and I hate you. I love her. Vernal Edge is a side scroller game, action game. Very cool visually. Story is alright. She needs to calm down. That's all I need to say. Just calm down a little bit. We get it. You're tough. And then it goes into a 3D world when you're on your ship. So it moves around. It looks like a PlayStation 1 game, but then it goes back to 2D. There's some aerial puzzle solving where you're like ricocheting yourself, flinging yourself. So, platforming. But other than that, it's pretty decent. Cool visually. This game, Vagrant, is difficult. Maybe it's a 2D dungeon crawler, roguelike. Explore the dungeons, upgrade, all the basic stuff. Cool pixel art is very unique. It's very cool. But every time, I don't know, is this part of a series? Because every time I go into the dungeon 1, I just start, there's this chaotic goblin thing that just senses me and just like runs after me, and I'm like, every single time. Is that normal? Or I just had bad luck with the stages. They're random. I don't know. It was difficult for me. This game, Bug Snacks, is okay. How do I want to say this? It's a 3D adventure game. You kind of like, you have to lure out all these bugs in different types of ways at different times of period, and you catch them. So you just have to be observant. You have to be, patient. There's also quests to go maybe get like 3 of these or whatever, or go get like a really rare one to help the town. You feed them, they eat it, and then their arms become different food-like, I guess. It's really strange. The story is okay, but yeah. Here is a really good roguelike game. This is Harry Potter meets Hades. Spells and Secrets is actually really cool. I like what they're doing here. Not the best game. It doesn't rival Hades or anything, but I like what they're doing here. You get spells, and you combine the spells, and you can explore the school, which has been taken over, in a different way. You can do offensive skills, like attack skills. You can be more on the offensive side, or you can have skills that are more like you want to sneak in, more non-combat. Like you can turn yourself into a mouse, you can turn invisible, you can float, you can tackle the area different ways, but you gotta be careful. You can't just do that, because once you fight the boss, what are you gonna do to fight? But there is a way. It's a little more harder, it's more difficult. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty good. I had fun with this. Here we go. Toho Lunar Nights. This is a Metrovania. I got this a while ago, and then collector's edition is coming out, which I will get because I love this game. Now, this company is known for their bullet hell, this character here, and beautiful pixel art, good animation. It plays just like a Castlevania game, references Castlevania, crazy boss battles because they're known for their bullet hells. I love this game so much. Gigabash was one of the earliest games I reviewed. It's an arena fight 'em up, robots and kaiju. Very fun. I was actually really surprised at how fun this was. I loved the references to the 70s and 60s kaiju from Godzilla and Ultraman. You can actually purchase Godzilla characters and Ultraman characters, and yeah, this was really fun. Very fun. I was really surprised. Another game I reviewed, this is a puzzle platformer, and you move around in this block. This is your shield, this is your gun, so you gotta make sure you rotate on the right side that you want to be on, and you just kind of see him right there. There's a boss. You want to rotate to avoid and to attack. You can actually also blast your gun to move upward, so you got to think of what you're doing. You can't just go at it. I bought this at a flea market, and it was super cheap, like $5, so I was like, why not? I'm too old. This is Minecraft kind of game, action RPG. It's okay. I played for a long time, gave it a chance. Yeah, I remember making my character as ugly as possible, just for fun. Anyways, yeah, I don't really recommend this. Just go play Minecraft. Batora Lost Heavens is a hidden gem. I was really skeptical. I thought she was going to be a Mary Sue, I'm tough kind of girl. It almost fooled you thinking that she was like that, but no. This game is wonderful. This is an action top-down game. And of course, it has RPG elements. You have 2 different modes you fight in. I'm just going to say the sun and the moon kind of powers. Story's really good. This game is about making decisions. There's multiple endings. I had multiple save files. They do this on purpose. You want to be a good person? You can't really. There's always consequences. A negative somehow. Every positive has a negative, and I love this game. Hidden gem. This game is weird. Very weird. I don't even know how to describe Anodyne 2. It's a low poly adventure game. Go around town helping people. This thing called the dust is you can shrink down into a tiny, tiny microscopic form, nano, and you go inside them. When you shrink down, you do this little rhythm game, which is very easy, very simple. But then you shrink down into this nano form inside them, and their stage reflects their problem and, reflects them. And it's a top-down puzzle game. Very weird game. I can't tell you what the story is because it's trippy. I did everything. This game reminds me of a little bit of Moon. It reminds me a little bit of the game Tulip. Yeah, it's just bizarre. Really weird. I love the low poly. That was great. Anyways, I really don't know how to describe this game. It's interesting, but I loved every moment of it. Revita can rival Hades. This game is good. Real good. This is a roguelike. You are, where are you at? Is this the afterlife? I think it's the afterlife. I don't know what you're doing. I don't remember what the story was. The thing about this one is the stages are not randomized. It's the weapons and the items you find. And you're building this afterlife train station. You know, make it cozy as possible. And you're also unlocking new abilities. It can get hard. The bosses, yeah, it is the afterlife of some sort. Death is involved somehow because the bosses are 5 stages of grief. This game is addicting. Oh my gosh. I love when, just like Neon Abyss, I love when games are where the items, there's so many. It's so good. Untitled Goose Game. Now, there's a lot of hype about this game. It's silly, it's goofy, but you know what? It's okay. Not always sure what to do. They don't tell you anything. You just kind of figure it out. Just grab everything, move things around. Yeah, it's okay. This was disappointing. Endless Ocean Luminous. I love the Endless Ocean game. Blue World was the best. This game is roguelike. Each stage is random. You don't know what you'll get into. There, you know, even the sea creatures, there's certain sea creatures in a stage that won't always appear. The story is very shallow. Shallow. Anyways, I like it. I trying to like it. I love Endless Ocean so much, but this was just disappointing because it strayed away of what made the second game so good, but whatever. I guess it was okay. I bought this at a con. Nope. I'm not into horror games. I don't play horror games. Like to sleep peacefully at night, but I like the idea of this game, and I think I might cheat and play this game, of course, during the day, and I think I will blast future funk music while playing this, but I like the idea of it. But I did open it because I wanted to see inside. So this is an RPG. Love this so much. It is really cool. Cool story, very futuristic. Love the pixel art. Cosmic Star Heroine. Yeah, I love this game so much. Areta, I think, of Spirits is a Zelda-like game. You can kind of see here. It's entertaining. So if you like, you know, Link to the Past, it's pretty good. Top-down adventure game. I haven't played this one yet. Sea of Stars will need my full attention. I juggle a lot of games most of the time, so I don't want to juggle any games when I play this. A beautiful RPG, so this will need all my attention. Here is a cozy game, Dorf Romantic. This game is so good. This is a puzzle cozy game, and you have these hexagons. You can kind of see here. You place down hexagons of like forests, windmill, fields, train tracks, water, and you make little landscapes. They only give you, let's say they give you 100 hexagons, and you want to try to do the little quest, like put 10 water hexagons together. Then once you do that, you get like 10 more. So you want to build those, you want to do the little quests. At the same time, you kind of want to build a beautiful landscape. This is so mind-numbing, so peaceful, and very addicting to play. Oh my gosh. Klonoa. So these games, it's cool to see again because this game is super rare. This game is becoming rare. I have this game on the Wii, and I have it on the PlayStation 2, I believe. Yeah, these are fun platformers. It is really cool. These are time capsules. I like the story. I like everything about this. A little bit of collectathon too. These are fun. So I got this on sale because nobody wants this. Akupara collection. We have a roguelike action with guns and all that. A horror, side-scrolling horror narrative, and a management. Run a card shop. You know what? And people were saying this one's the best. Get this collection because of this. I didn't care for this game because I am horrible. This game was okay. I feel like it needs a little more meat on the bone. This game I actually like this game. Maybe because I don't like horror, but there was something, if you don't like horror games and kind of want to like inch your way into horror games, here we go. Whispering Willows was pretty good. It kept my attention. It's creepy, but it's also has a cartoon art style, so it's not that creepy, but there's something very, very interesting about this game. I actually pretty liked it, and all you horror fans are gonna roll your eyes like, huh, what a baby. Yes, yes I am. So yeah, I liked it. Ship of Fools is a co-op roguelike manage the ship kind of game. It's all about teamwork. You know, maintain the cannons, fight the bosses, just try to get along. It's a really cool game. If you like co-op games, you have a friend, it's only 2-player, unfortunately. You would think with a ship you could have more people, but oh well. Very fun, very comedic, a really good time. Bear and Breakfast is a cozy game. You literally construct a bed and breakfast. I will say I like what this is doing. Lots of crafting, lots of collecting, helping people. I will say the only problem I had with this game was just the menus and navigating the menus. There's menus on top of menus, and trying to get to the menu in the background instead of the one in forefront was just confusing and annoying. And also A wasn't select, it was like X, and then sometimes it was also Y. So it was just like, pick one. What do you want as a selection button, and stay with that button. Anyways, it was okay. Wargrooves 1 and 2 is, I'm glad I waited because I know of these games, and now I have both these games on one cartridge, which is really awesome because these are tactical games. It's kind of like Advance Wars. Blazing Chrome is a Contra-like game, a run and gun, high action, cool pixel art, cool enemy design, cool design on the backgrounds, reminiscent is, I mean, it looks like the Sega Genesis. I haven't opened it because I've already played it before. I wanted a physical copy of this because it is a really good game. Difficult, if you've never played a Contra game, probably not for you. Samurai Showdown, the collection. I've never owned all of them. I have a few of them. I love this era of fighting games. Samurai Showdown is an underdog, I think, compared to Street Fighter and King of Fighters. I love the characters. I've always been drawn to all the characters in this game. My main is the Kabuki. I think his name is Kyoshiro. And the Kabuki guy is my favorite. From here on out is my backlog, unless I say I've already played it but bought it. But now we're starting on my backlog, and this is near the end of my collection. Last Spell is a management RPG. I heard it's tower defense-ish. It looks cool, beautiful art style, beautiful pixel art. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. I don't know how to say this because I'm like, wait, is that Leon Belmont? Oh my gosh, is that Juice Belmont? I know what they're trying to do, but no, it's not really a Metroidvania. There's no platforming in this game, so it's side-scrolling, a little angled top-down, shoot, solve mysteries, survive. I'm not quite sure really, but I did want to try it. And you know, sometimes we buy games because the cover is just so cool. It's kind of funny. Look at this beautiful artwork. But then here's a game I'm interested in. Promenade looks like a platformer game. I'm not sure what this is. So, looks fun. Looks cool. I'll give it a try. Here's another game. As Far as the Eye is roguelike, turn-based, and manage a village. It's probably, you know, tower defense-ish. I am recently getting into the tower defense games, and I'm just kind of picking them all up, and then we'll decide which ones I really love. You know, kind of refine what kind of games, tower defense games I'm into. So I will play this soon. Hover is a game just like Jet Set Radio inspired, and this one was on sale, so I got it. It looks fun. It looks very visually cool, but yeah. Tin Hearts is like Pikmin, like Lemmings. Guide your little soldiers to point A to point B. Heartfelt, story-driven, storybook story. It's visually very cool. kind of have that Alice in Wonderland vibe kind of going on. I can't wait to play this. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. You know, everybody knows what this is. Maintain, design a theme park. Grounded, Fully Yoked is a adventure game. Survival adventure game. There's crafting involved. It reminds me of the 90s movies Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You know, and then the story is like progresses as you go on. So this looks really fun. It's on every console, so I can't wait to play this. Cassette Beast is a Pokemon-like game. I've heard good reviews on it. That's why I picked it up. Not a fan of the art style, but it is visually pretty. Okay, well that guy looks cool. I want that guy. I'm always up for Pokemon clones. Cavern of Dreams is definitely a hidden gem. I know of this game. I did open it. I really was eager to see inside it. But anyways, this is a Nintendo 64-like game. It plays like a Banjo-Kazooie Collectathon. If you never played Banjo-Kazooie, maybe you played ukulele. So it's one of those games. Complete nostalgia for anybody who grew up on the Nintendo 64. Wonderful, wonderful. Slime Ranchers is a game I've always heard about, never played it, but I finally got around to it. And, you know, this game came out a long time ago, but you're gonna see there's some games that are older, but I've recently got near the end of my collection because there was no need, there was no rush. Because I'm a collector, I get things I think are gonna be rare first, and then later on I will buy games that are, you know, for the public. Like, you haven't seen a lot of Mario games because they're everywhere. I don't need to rush, and it's a Mario game. I know what a Mario game is going to play like. So anyways, yeah, I'm late to the party, but I am getting there. Grime is a side-scrolling action game with very dark, moody art style. Very cool, very awesome. You have very unique powers. It looks like your head is a black hole. I don't know the story, but you know, I'm gonna get there. Obviously, I opened it because I was like, oh, I want to see inside. I like looking at the booklet and all the other stuff. But yeah, this is really cool. Yep, everybody knows what this is, and it's very good. This is Bat Boy is a action platformer. You can see very cute, well, I say cute, but in like a positive way. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I mean, it's really awesome looking. Look at this 8-bit art. It is, yeah, like I said, it is a side-scrolling platformer, Bat Boy. Ankara, Lost Days, and Deliland is a exploration, crafting, survival game, but leans more into the cozy side. It's not so as vicious as like Subnautica or something. You can kind of see what you're getting into. But yeah, there's 2 games. I know some versions only have this one, but I wanted both. And I don't really care if it's European, Asian, as long as it's in English, as long as it's available. This is Tevi. This is an action platformer. Very epic, very beautiful. It can get chaotic, as you can see. This is a boss fight. You can get guns. Cool playstyle. You get a lot of combos. And there's some anime cringe. I mean, come on, bunny girl. But, you know, it's doable. Castle Crashers is an old game most people are familiar with. This is a great co-op game. If you love co-op games, then here we go. It's a side-scroller, beat 'em up, hack and slash. Yeah, very fun. Here's a game by Vanillaware, Atlas. I will buy anything from Vanillaware. Beautiful game. I haven't played it yet. 13 Sentinel, Aegis Rim. This is a visual novel-like game with sci-fi mystery. The trailer looked absolutely amazing. They're known for their great stories. You know, people praise this. People are just, you know, it's a no-brainer for me because it's Vanillaware. But yeah, I can't wait to play this. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. I grew up with these games. I pre-ordered so I can get the comic inside. I will open this, but when I get to this game, I am looking forward to play Punisher, which I've never done. Well, I grew up with these ones, and I remember when Marvel vs. Capcom came out, and it was such a big thing. It was just, whoa. I remember the giant arcade system, and I remember just staring at people play, just watching with my mouth open, just like, whoa, look at those graphics. If you like fighting games, this is a no-brainer. I got this cheap. Ugly is a side-scrolling puzzle game with an intense mystery. It's very narrative driven. You can kind of see a little bit. But anyways, yeah, looks interesting. It's mainly for its story instead of just the platforming puzzle aspect. Pepper Grinder. It is an adventure game where you just drill and then fling yourself into the other area. It's probably just fun to play. I don't really expect a story or anything, but yeah, you just go down in the ground and just drill your way through to the next area. Looks very fun. Dark Ciders, and I got the misprint version. See how it's black? A lot of collectors believe that this one will be more rare because of the misprint. Watched my older sibling play, watched my older brother play these games. Look cool, and I've always been told, ever since these games came out on the PlayStation 3, they were the adult version of a 3D Zelda game. So, I mean, that's a compliment, really. So, I will, when I get to this, I look forward to playing this. And I actually love the art style. Now that I can appreciate it, it's really cool. Lost Words. This was accident. I didn't want the, download code in a box, but whatever, I will probably sell this one. But this is a platforming game that is heavy on the story, and it's an emotional story about this girl. It's kind of like a journal, whimsical too, but yeah, I accidentally bought that one instead of the full cartridge, so there's nothing in here, and I don't like that. So Astral Ascent, there now is another better version of this, I guess. Doesn't matter, I don't know what this is. It's just an action side-scrolling roguelike. So I don't know anything about it. I remember the Kickstarter for this. It looks visually very cool, so yeah, I can't wait to try it. Smooshy Come Home is a cozy exploration game. Very wholesome, very cute. Yeah, I bet it's fun. I pre-ordered the collector's edition. They sent out the game so you don't have to wait 100 years for the collector's edition. So I can't wait for that. I am a huge Shadow fan. I like these games. Bravely Default 2. This came out years ago, but I didn't see the need. I didn't see the urgency to get this right away because I saw it everywhere all the time. Glad I waited. Only paid 20 bucks for this. And that's when I was like, okay, now I could buy it. Bought this at like a flea market in Hawaii. But anyways, I played the demo. It's visually gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful game. I have the collector's edition for the first game, and I have the regular, the half, whatever the 1.5 game. Again, here's another is 8. Haven't played this, but I will because I want to play all of them in order. I know that's not like the timeline or anything, and I got the cheaper version. Save 20 bucks, 30 bucks so I can buy another game. People praise this game. You're probably like, why haven't you played this? Well, I want to play the first one. It's like, well, you don't need to play those ones, but I want to. I want to see the progression of it because I've grown up and seen this throughout my whole life. I'm like, okay, what is this? So I'm going to start from 1, and I have most of these games, so I'll play through 1 up to Nordic, unless something else comes out and then whatever. Angry Alligator. You might be like, what are you doing? This game is like for children, actually. You know what this looks like? It looks like Maneater, which I already went over, which is like a Grand Theft Auto game. But this one looks like, okay, a more childish version where you're an alligator, grow, survive, and just cause mayhem in the swamp, just like whatever. So I'm giving it a try. You know, a lot of collectors say this is going to be rare. You know, it's not on the eShop no more, get it. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get it. First of all, a lot of these games are super fun. Look at all of these games. Did I have marker on my finger? Oh my gosh. Anyways, I love Rice Star so much. But anyways, and a couple of these have never been on a collector pack. So you can't really go wrong. If you're a retro gamer, this is not a bad thing to get. This is fantastic. Saga of Sin is a Metrovania with a stained glass art approach. You can kind of see. So I was like, oh, that's very cool. I love stained glass. I want a stained glass window. That would be very cool. I love the whole gothic look. Anyways, oh, it looks very visually pretty. I don't know about the gameplay, but can't wait to try. Everybody knows what this is. Everybody saw it, and I got the cheaper version because I saved 40 bucks, and that's about, and I can buy another game with that. So it's just Final Fantasy. I own all these games anyways, so this is just cool to have. It's more convenient than pulling out, you know, the other consoles and then digging through, you know, and going through my collection. And they're getting kind of old, so I don't want to open the boxes anymore. But anyways, I actually love Final Fantasy 4 a lot. Anyways, plus I like Dragoon. Anyways, this is cool. And I remember I was gonna get the collector's edition with a giant vinyl. And I was like, should I do it? I don't know. I'm like, it's just these ones. These ones are, I mean, they're good, but they're not like my favorite Final Fantasies. If it was like the 3D, like the PlayStation ones, all in one collection, yeah, I wouldn't hesitate. But I passed and I don't regret it. I saved a lot of money, could buy more games. Yeah. I'm so happy I got this game. Demon's Tilt is a pinball game. I like pinball games. You can kind of see. Crazy, insane, you know, very chaotic, and I love that kind of stuff. I missed the pre-order because I was like, whatever. Maybe they'll like, the cover's done. Maybe I'll wait. That was stupid. I gotta stop doing that. And then I found it for a very reasonable price. Very, very reasonable price. Like a little, just maybe like $10 more than the pre-order. And I was like, yeah. Stop waiting on pre-order. Stop it. Got Air Twister. It plays like Space Harrier. Get ready. Rail shooter. Very cool. It's cool to see these games, this genre of shoot 'em ups still around. Very cool. Mad Rat Dead is a platformer rhythm game that is very chaotic. And I love rhythm games. I'm pretty good at rhythm games. So I was going to say, let's bring on the challenge. I'm ready. So visually very cool. Like, look at that art. Very awesome. I don't know what's going on right here. He looks like he's in a suit of a rat. And he is a rat. That's a little creepy. But anyways, yeah, I can't wait to play this. Now, I played this game. This is not backlog. Ultimate Chicken Horse. Did a review on this. Pushing this to anybody who likes co-op games. This is so fun. You build a stage, then you have to make it to the goal. So, but everybody grabs an item, puts it on the stage, and you're trying to make each other fall. But you're trying to make it across. I did a review where you can watch gameplay. One of the best party games. Don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh. Unicorn Championship. It's just a racing game. I got this game because you breed horses, and look, there's fantasy horses. So, like I said earlier, my inner pretty princess was just screaming, like, look at this unicorn. Look at this horse. It's a deer print. Oh, it's a unicorn. A unicorn with fawn deer print. Oh my gosh. And it's just a racing game. They probably played bad, but I want to play this. I'm going to play it. And you're probably rolling your eyes laughing at me. Stop it. I want to play it. I'm going to have fun. That's all that matters. I have a funny story about this. I was talking to my sister and she's like, oh gosh, totally can't wait to play that unicorn game. And I was like thinking to this, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally can't wait. She was talking about Unicorn Overlord, so we started laughing. Star Ocean, second story art. This is really cool. Keep bringing back this demastered 2D, 3D, HD stuff. I love it. And I've owned a couple of these games, and I've never really played them. So I can't wait to play this. This looks visually very cool. Morbid, Lord of Ire is a 3D adventure game. Very gruesome. Dark topics like your madness and maintain your sanity. So it's very, very gruesome. But I will play it. Yes, bring on the gruesome. I love how sometimes in one day I will be playing this and then I'll be playing this. It's really funny. Citizens Unite is an RPG. I've always heard good things about this. It's visually very cool. You can recruit so many people. It's comical, it's dialogue heavy, it's all about the story. Cool pixel art. So yeah, I can't wait to play this. I so can't wait to play this. Got the cheaper version. Anyway, so it has English. That's really all that matters. You dive down. Most people know what this is, but it's manage a restaurant and go down the depths into the ocean and bring up materials, resources, stuff like that. I love everything underwater. Got the cheaper version. Yeah, it was cool seeing this again. This is a really cool thing. I have the original, so this is pretty cool. Here's 1 and 2 Pikmin. I love Pikmin 2 the most. It is most difficult. The challenges in that game are like, make me obsessive. I don't know, there's something about it. Like, this one's good, and I did the time thing. It does make it a challenge, but not like this. The final boss. Dang. I loved every moment of it. So cool having this again. I have 1 and 2 on the GameCube, but a magical high school girl. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing that's just an adventure game. It has this protected case on it. I bought it at sometimes where I'm at, antique shops have video games, and it's really cool. So I usually get games there too, also. Anyways, so I found this very reasonable price, and yeah, I don't know. I just see pixel art and like, fighting enemies. So I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know what this is. Zoe T, I'm gonna guess how you say it, is a card deck RPG with very beautiful art style. There's no pictures, so I can't show you. So it's just an RPG card deck involved, which I absolutely love. So I can't wait to play this. Knight vs. Giant is an action game. It may be kind of like a hack and slash, but it's top down. Upgrade your stuff, collect your stuff. I don't know if it's roguelike. Oh yeah, it says it's a roguelike. Rogu Raito Akushin. Roguelike action. Anyway, so it looks very cool. I remember watching a little bit of gameplay. Somebody recommending this game, and I was like, I need this. Okay, Ghost 1.1.0 plus Epic Unepic collection. And this is an old game, but I got it last year. And I got to a point, I'm like, okay, it feels like I should get this game now before, maybe I might. But I'm like, I waited long enough. It's time to pick it up, just in case. When you're a collector, you're like, the water's kind of changing. The wind's changing, especially with the chaoticness with the Switch 2. So I'm like, I better pick this up now. It's a Metroidvania. It was, early days of, it was the beginning of indie games back in the day. So it's probably not the best indie game nowadays, but, cool, I can play it now. Super Zangyua Yura is a platformer game, side-scrolling, very Sega Genesis-like. Looks very cool. It's very comedic too. Crude humor also. So if you're not into crude, vulgar humor, so you were warned. But it's just silly. It's just nonsense, and it looks super fun. Oh, I love this game so much. Baten Kaitos 1 and 2. I have these on the GameCube. Loved these games so much when I was younger, much younger. I don't care what anybody says. I love the English voice acting. It was funny. Oh boy, was it funny. I love the story so much, and I love, oh my gosh, these characters right here. The dynamic of these 3 characters. I could talk forever about this game. I love Baten Kaitos. So now having 1 and 2 on the Switch is really cool. But they got rid of the English voice acting, right? Because it's too cringy. Everybody's too picky and can't laugh a little bit. But whatever. Yeah, he is the worst voice actor in the world. And oh my gosh, she's so cool. I wish I could be her. She's just awesome. And plus, so they get wings when they fight, or most of them. But she has like a peacock tail instead. I'm like, oh my gosh, beautiful. I like Dynasty Warriors, but I love Hyrule Warriors more. But now they are making themed Dynasty Warriors, like Hyrule Warriors, and now here's a One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't like One Piece. I stopped watching it because it's overwhelming, and I watched it back in the day, probably around maybe the 2000s, and I got up to Chopper, and then because it was on Toonami back in the day, and then I don't know, they changed the time or whatever, so I stopped watching. That's as far as I got. But knowing that the people who make Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, made this game that are very fun, and you have the wide variety of One Piece characters. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait to play this. And, you know, I love the weirdness of this anime. I really do. And you're like, go watch the anime. Man, I'd rather go play video games instead of watch 1,000 million episode anime. I do watch anime a lot. I usually watch anime when I'm pampering myself. I don't know if I have time to 1,000,000 episodes. Oh my gosh. This game, Stonefly, looks really interesting. Very interesting artwork. You can kind of see crafting, surviving. You have this weird mech thing that you use. That's kind of all I know about it. It's also a strategy game. I see that it's a strategy. I don't know what that means, but anyways, looks very cool. I'm excited to get into this. Tokoyo was on sale, and so I got it. It is like a platformer game. Platformer roguelike game, I'm guessing. It's really all I know. But I was like, okay, well, I've never seen it down that price, so let's pick it up now. So that's why. Oken is a tactical RPG. They play on this like hexagonal board, but look at this beautiful artwork. This is really cool. It's something I would see in the 2000s, and I haven't seen in a long time. Anyway, so this looks pretty cool. I'm willing to give it a try. I'm very picky with my tactical RPGs, but yeah, I'll try it. Snow Brothers in Wonderland is just a platformer co-op game. Looks fun. Here it is back again with a new entry. So cool. Here is a Pumpkin Jack is a 3D adventure game. So this is pretty cool. And I remember seeing in the trailer that, you know, in tight, small areas, your head will pop off. And so you're like this little pumpkin and then the body's just left behind. This looks really fun to play. I can't wait to play this. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time is a co-op manage a ship together game. It is roguelike. So one person does the guns, one person drives, one person does the shields, etc. So this is really fun. I can't wait to play this. I've heard good things about this party game. And this came out a long time ago, and I recently got it, as you can tell. So I was like watching the price. I'd wait because I missed out. And then now I'm like, I better get this now. Another old game that I recently got. I got these because the HD 2D version came out, and I have these games on the Famicom. I'm going to replay them, then play the HD 2D remakes after. And I know this is not the right way. I can go get my Famicom version, but I want to play these ones. This is more convenient than opening the boxes, and the boxes are getting kind of old. I want to keep them safe. So anyways, yeah, that's my plan. Zenith is a action RPG with very humorous dialogue. I'm worried that it's a little too outdated because it has pop culture humor and references and parodies. I'm like, uh-oh, this is going to be a little cringy. Maybe you can kind of see the artwork. Top down, but 3D. Anyways, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm not, you know, I do laugh a lot, but sometimes, I mean, most things are cringy, but, you know, that's okay. You're probably thinking, ugh, this is for babies. Ayo the Clown looks like for babies, but it also looks pretty fun as a 2D platformer game. Looks visually very pretty. I mean, come on, I'm going to play that unicorn game, that not Unicorn Overlord, but the Unicorn Championship. But so I'm not too good for anything. I will play baby games too. That if it can keep my interest, if it you know looks fun, if it's fun, I will try it. Just like Pretty Party Princess or whatever that other game was. So yeah. New Super Lucky Tail is a 3D platformer, like a Mario game. I've heard good things about this game. Classic, just there's nothing wrong about a good old platforming, beautiful 3D game. And it looks fun. Falconeer is a rail shooter, I think. First of all, rail shooter on a falcon. That is so cool. With a lightning powers going, look at that. That is so cool. So you ride giant falcons or bird of prey, and it's a shooter, rail shooter, which looks so cool. I don't know, I've never heard too much about this game, but it looks so, can we ride a dragon too? That would be really cool. Wait, is that a dragon riding a dragon? What is that? Oh no, that's the hare. Oh, okay, for a moment I was like, what? Anyways. Womp womp. I bought this recently, a little pricey than normal, and now it's going to be on the Switch too. But is it going to be game key code or whatever? Maybe I did a good thing here. So at least I have it on here. But anyways, yeah, late to the party, completely late. This was a long time ago, and now I recently just got this game. It's like Banjo-Kazooie if you don't know what ukulele is. It's those games like, I'll get to it. And I swear every time I say that, the price rises by 10 bucks. Finally, I picked it up. Gift is a 3D exploration game, I believe. I don't believe there's combat. Yeah, I don't believe there's combat in this game. It just looks visually very cool. It's story driven. And I've heard it's a short game, which I'm okay with. So I can't wait to play this. Womp womp. The English version is coming out. Oh yeah, so you want those games, right? So here you go. Now let's see you clear them. You know all those dumb app games that you see constantly? There are 10 games, but 500 stages in between all of them. Q and Q2 is WarioWare meets brain puzzles. So it's very comedic, very stupid, but you gotta use your brain. So I'm glad I waited because I had it on I was gonna buy it on digitally. Every time I want to buy something digitally, there's always a physical copy. So this is really cool, and I love the Japanese envelope look here. So it might come to English, maybe, I don't know. Stupid, funny, use your brain. Here, Dolphin Spirit is a underwater exploration game. Look at this misprint. What is going on here? I can't even read that. Who said this was good? Is de a secret? And you gotta scream it. Anyways, so exploration, find hidden treasure, story driven, very cute. It's an underwater game, so that's why I got it. I love SteamWorld games. So SteamWorld Build is a Sims-like management. You build a town, maintain the town, and that's kind of all I know. I don't know about the story. I haven't opened this yet. I will get to it. I know it's going to be good. I love this franchise. I remember this game on the PlayStation 1, Tomba. It was okay. It's just a platformer, 3D platformer, and then you can go retro style it looks. Yeah. Cards RPG or CARDS RPG. I don't know. It is obviously a card deck RPG. Kind of see. That's why I got it. It came with the art book, and the art book is actually really good. Very cool too. So I don't know anything about it besides this, and I was like, sold. Skim, I'm guessing is how you say it, is, I'm going to say a platformer. You can only be in the shadows, so you got to hop to different shadows to get to wherever you're going. I don't know anything more than that, but got this version a lot cheaper and save money, all that. So this looks fun. Protony is a underwater Metroidvania. That is a double bonus for me. Underwater and a Metroidvania. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to play this, but I play my games in order, so I have to wait. Now, In Stars and Time. This is not my type of game. This is very much like the genre of Undertale, that audience. I'm too old for that. I feel like I'm gonna get cringed by all this, but at the same time, I did see one person who was older, probably around my age, was saying, you know what? Ignore all the cringy stuff for younger people. The story of time looping is actually really cool. So I was like, okay, thank you for telling me that. So that's the only reason why I got it. All right, I'll give it a try. I will handle the cringe, but at the same time, this cover is hideous. This cover is hideous, but at the same time, I get it. It's looping each time, and the little character right here who has the time power his face is different in every time. I feel like there's a better way to, you know, design that, but at the same time, I get it. But every time I look at this, this bow looks like eyeballs to me. Finally got one. Now that they reprinted The Messenger, I'm so excited because I've always wanted this. Missed the boat. It came and went and I didn't even realize it. Now I really want to play this, not just because it looks like a beautiful side scroller, but it's part of the universe of the Sea and Stars, and in some way, I don't know how. So, you know, play this and then know the connection between the two. So, Little Big Adventure. Twinson's Quest. Now, this is a game from the 90s. Never heard of it. I was in the 90s. So, adventure, exploration, puzzles. Looks cool. And I love this almost low poly cell shading look going on here. So this is cool. And I didn't know it came in a very nice, limited edition. That's kind of cool. I already have these games, but here is trying the Ultimate Collection. Here's 1 through 4 on the cartridge. The Trine 4 with the other games are digitally. So now I have every Trine game on cart now, and I just want to secure these because I love the Trine games. Mineko's Night Market is a shop management. I know there's folklore. I think it's yokais. Harvest, collect, maintain the shop. I'll give it a try. The shop management is pretty interesting. This is Aegis Defenders. This is an action platformer. Yeah, it's co-op, which is cool. Cool pixel art. This is an older game, but I never got around to it, or maybe forgot about it. So this is pretty cool. I can't wait to play this. Remy Lore is a action 3D adventure game. Completely forgot about this game existing. This is, again, an older game. Looks pretty good. Looks interesting enough. So, willing to give this a try. Curve Space is a racing twin stick shooter. Looks intense. Totally willing to try this. Never heard of this. Slain Back from Hell is a very difficult game. It's like, we're talking side-scrolling Souls-like, older game, but looks visually very pretty. Finally came across it and at a really good price. So, alright. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle is an adventure rhythm game. Take over the castle in this rhythm game kind of thing. And that's all I know about this game, but I've always wanted to play it, always wanted to try it, so finally got my hands on this. Miss Explosive Man. Now, this is a very chaotic, comedic adventure game, or platforming game. I don't know anything more than that, but I've always seen interest in it. It's just humorous, chaotic. I guess you explode stuff, but yeah, it's co-op too. Look at that face. Oh my gosh. Demonica is a beat-em-up Metrovania. So you have no weapons, you use your fists. It's combat heavy. Need, you know the combos and stuff like that. But wow, interesting mix. Willing to try it. Golden Force is a side-scrolling platformer action adventure. And it's co-op to 2 people. So you have these characters to choose from. And I recently discovered this game. Very cool. Very interesting. Yeah, willing to try. Giga Wrecker Alt looks very interesting. I don't know anything about this. Looks pretty intense, as you can see. Very cool. Cyberpunk. So, can't wait to play this. Late to the party, but I had no need to hurry up and get this game. neon white, first-person shooter with parkour elements, I guess platforming. But yeah, looks very cool, always wanted it, and now I finally got it at a really decent price. Human Fall Flat is an old game, and you know, it's a rare game. The one with the gold banner is very expensive, but I wasn't a Switch collector at the time. And so now I have the Dream Collection, has more to it, which is fine. It looks stupid funny, which I'm into. So yeah, physics-based game, lots of fun. Astroneer is a sandbox game. Create, maintain, build, all that kind of stuff. Looks cool. The con. I am Setsuna in the very beginning of the Switch's lifespan. It was my first digital game I bought on the Switch. Liked it a lot. It looks like a 3DS RPG. Very melancholy, very sad, moody story. Very mature. I see the physical copy. This is the Asian version. There is no American version. I see that the physical copy is rising in price. It's time to own it, even though this game was in the beginning of its life, of the Switch's lifespan. But yeah. Bakeru is a dream come true. I love Goemon Mystical Ninja. I love that series. I grew up with it. Seeing a new take on it, I'm so excited. It's imaginative, it's bright, it's colorful, exciting. Oh, it looks so fun. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to play this. Okay, Koromon is a Pokemon clone. I delayed and waited, missed the boat, you might say, and I saw it in a retro game store. I was like, oh, hey, I don't have that one, so yeah, looks good. Diablo, the Eternal Collection. Now, I've never played a Diablo game. The only reason I got this, and this is an older game. I got this year. I got it this year, and I got it because the Ganondorf armor set. I mean, how cool is that? You know, really, everybody knows this because this is an older game, but the Switch is coming to the Switch 2 is coming out, and the focus will be the Switch 2. And you know what? I better pick this up because this is an exclusive to the Switch version. And I have the Skyrim with the Breath of the Wild Link skin, and so Ganondorf or Diablo skin. And how cool is that? Ganondorf in hell. I mean, that is just awesome. But everybody knows that already. This is not anything new. I can't wait to play this. Beyond the Ice Palace 2 is a very old game, come back to life. So you can't really say a series is dead. Anyway, so this is a Metroidvania platformer, action platformer. You have this cool whip that you use as a weapon. Grappling hook, whip thing, you know, the whole, it looks so cool. He looks very like, ooh, I don't know if that black part under his nose is his mouth or that's a pattern, but he's like, I bought this, and I'm not really a fan of the Tellier series, but, you know, people talk highly about these games. Played her games, can't stand it. I might be too old, but I remember when that game came out. But anyways, so here's this one, and it's a spin-off, so I was like, okay, let's try again. I'm not going to say, just because I didn't like her game, I'm not going to condemn them or the other one. So I'm willing to try. And maybe I'm just, you know, an old grumpy person. I love Mega Man so much. I love the Mega Man X series. There was no rush to buy this. This came out a long time ago, and I bought it this year because there's no rush. It's everywhere. As a collector, there's no urgency to get this. Code of Princess EX is a action RPG, side-scrolling. It was on the 3DS, very expensive, and the art is, you know, it's insane. Lots of fan service, obviously, but anyways, it looks very, very fun. Star Overdrive. I pre-ordered this game. I can't wait to play it. You're on a hoverboard, explore, I don't know, do tricks. I'm not sure, but it looks very cool in this giant wasteland. Very awesome looking if you haven't seen the trailer. I'm so happy. I now own every SteamWorld game. Oh my gosh, Heist 2. I love the first one, so I know this part 2 is going to be so much fun. Oh, I can't wait to play this. Lunar, the remaster collection. Now, I still have Lunar on the PlayStation 1, the collector's edition in the box. This is nostalgia for me. I still, to this day, have the theme song stuck in my head. And every now and then, me and my siblings played this one. We grew up with it. And every now and then, I know that Jen's a voice acting, but when she heals, she always sings. And we always do that every now and then. La, 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 la. You know, it's a great story. It's not like fantastic, you know, like Final Fantasy, but it's really good. It could get up here. Never played this one. You know, I can't wait to try this out. So, oh my goodness. I got this on when pre-orders opened at like 3 a.m. even though they would say at midnight. I was already up still. I was making a cosplay for the con. I kept refreshing. Like every 10 minutes I was like, and by 3 a.m. there it was. And so I got mine. And now hopefully they said there'd be tons of copies. So I hope people can get their hands on this. 9 Years of Shadow is a Metroidvania with very cool artwork. Like, who are you? Alucard? Hello. Anyways, very cool artwork. I've heard a lot of people say it's okay, but I'm good with okay. I actually like a lot of okay games, so can't wait to play that. So, yeah. Here's Diex Sign GU. This is rising in price, and I had to get it before things get too crazy. I don't feel like sacrificing a limb. Oh my gosh, a face. This is a highly acclaimed RPG. I never played this back in the day. Wait, are those abs? Oh my gosh, this is like an 8-pack. Oh my gosh, his torso. Ew. Iconoclastis, I think that's how you say it. This is high action, side-scrolling, platforming, character-driven, story. Yeah, looks super cool. Finally got my hands on this. A little pricey, but it was worth it because it's starting to grow in price. Yeah. Here's a couple more that just came in the mail, even though I finished the video, so I'm going to squeeze these in here. Momodora, Moonlight Farewell. This is a action platformer. I actually was going to skip it. I don't know any collectors like me, but sometimes you just get burnt out. And I was like, they're all the same. I was like, no, stop it. Don't do that. You'll regret it. So I jumped out of bed at like 2 in the morning, so I pre-ordered it. Anyways, yeah, it does look good, even if I was a little tired and burnt out from collecting. Got this one, 8-Bit Adventures 2. Looks really good. A lot of people say it's really satisfying for those classic JRPGs. Looks really nice too. Another game I was about to buy digitally because it looks so fun. And then what do you know? Physical copy, pre-order. Look at the graphics. I mean, there's only one picture, but it looks so good. It looks so fun. I'm not like the biggest person into racing games, normal racing games. I like F-Zero a lot. This looks really cool visually. I can't wait to play this. We all know what this is. Part 2. Got the comic. I have most of these except Alpha and Power Stone 2. Oh my gosh, I had this on the GameCube. It's so fun. Now, Plasma Sword. I have it called Star Gladiator. Is that because it's different? Can't wait to play this. Gonna throw this in here. It just came in. This looked interesting. It looked really fun. I'll open it when I get to it. Action adventure game. Looked pretty fun. While I end this video, I'll showcase my pre-orders. A lot of these are on the way. For the rest, I hope that I receive them this year. Well, that's where I'm currently at. I'm nowhere near done collecting. Thanks for watching and surviving these long videos. Mahalo!